I think the quality of the movie is that the heroine, the great character, is somebody that all audience can relate with. She's an activist that wants to fight for the future. She has decided to be of use for the future. And I think every audience relates to her, because I think every audience is actually an activist that hasn't acted out their activist. Some of them have acted out their activist, but others have still, their activist is like sleeping. I knew I would have to be able to run always 8 times before in front of camera, and it's a lot of running scenes. And I thought, having experience in film, you know, the camera is maybe ready on the 3rd shot, and then I still have to do 5 more, because then this department and this department and the director and blah 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 blah. So I prepared by running, and I got a running coach as well, because I thought I had to have like a shape in my body so people would believe that I'm a long runner. And I could not easily lose my breath. I had like the first shot, I run longer than you show in the film. I actually ran always 2 kilometers towards camera, and then I had to be with whole breath, because you had to believe that I could run like 20 more kilometers or something. So I could not come like this into the frame. So I prepared by running, yes. The hardest scene was to go into the glacier river. And not because it was so hard when I was doing it. It was because before I went into the river, my body didn't want to go there. So I felt that my body was stiffing up, because it is just in your DNA. You don't enter glacier rivers and you don't hang out there for 5 hours like you do when you're shooting a film, you know. So that was like a very interesting dialogue I had between my head and my body. My body saying, no, 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 we are not going into the river. Head saying, it's okay, we have a costume. It's okay, we will live through it. They will not let you die in there, you know. But no, 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 I don't trust it, the body says. So this was, and after I did that, and it took like 5 hours, then it was change of shooting, so I had to climb a mountain after. So I would say that was unexpected, because I said I will do the river if I have a day off after the river, because I don't want to catch cold, and you want me not to have cold when I'm doing rest of the shooting. But then change of plans, change of weather, blah 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 blah. So I had to walk up to the top of a mountain, and I just like swallowed my irritation and walked up the mountain, because I knew I have been up to this mountain before, and I knew the film and me, I wanted this shot because it's a beautiful scenery up there. So I did it. This was a tough day. When I was shooting the film, I had a lot of thinking about activism, of course, and because I do the twin sisters. So the one sister is the activist, and the other sister is like the yogi, and believes in the sattvic energy, like the yogis, because I a little bit went into the yogi thing because I was doing the other part as well. So the yogis talk about 3 energies. It's the dark energy, the tamas energy, and I would say that the industries and the big industries are the tamas energy, the darkness, the greed, everything that is in the lower hell in Dante's world and all this. Then we have the raja energy, that is the doer. You do things for the right cause, that is the activist, and you do it and you believe it. But the element of the raja energy is, it is a pendulum. If you do something in raja energy, the pendulum will go back, and the tamas energy will get bigger. So I was very much thinking about this when we were shooting, because everything she does, then actually the enemy gets more energy and gets bigger. The music, I loved it. When I read the script and I saw the band was visual, because it was immediately when you started to read the script, you could hear the music, and when they appeared, I was like, it's like, for me it was so logical, because I guess like most people, I have like a live band inside of me all the time, and the live band was taken outside of me and was there, and then as the film continues, I start to have dialogue with it. I loved this element, and they are geniuses, these musicians. And they did all the recording before. So I would actually, and this I've never done in a film before, so actually had live music or playback and they were playing with, live on set. So I could move with the atmosphere of the music, either work against the rhythm or with the rhythm. So there was no music recorded after shooting. I loved Cannes. I'm so old that I don't get confused, you know. It's very high energy, energy of religion, you know. It is like when people come together and thousands of people pray together or something, you create very high energy. It is this kind of energy in Cannes. And you don't access this energy in any film industry in Iceland or when we have our film awards or something like this. And I love to play with my energy, but I think if I would come there when I was like 30, I would maybe a little bit think there was some openings for me there or some possibilities, and then you can get frustrated in this kind of high energy. When you create something, you just do it as deeply as you can, and then you don't really know. It is like I have said my sentence, and then I wait for an answer, and the audience is the answer. And if I don't get an answer, it is like shouting out into the emptiness, you know. So you are waiting for the answer. Does my sentence actually mean something to the person that sits across the table, you know? And the answer has been very nice. And like I said before, I think everybody relate with the characters. So I think we created a universal energy in her. Somebody that wants to change the world and make the world a better place for the future. And it is very nice to feel that the little things we were thinking when somebody comes back and says, I like this moment, or this was very good, or something like this. Then it is very rewarding. It is like getting like a little flower back, and like, thank you. Tilbúin? Já. Hvað var þyrlan að gera þarna?
Halldóra, þú ert búin að ná þínu fram.
Hann er með rafstöðvar. Við verðum að klára planið.
Sko, núna ertu með athygli heimsins. Núna verður að senda frá þér yfirlýsingu.
Guð minn góður. Stúlka.
Allavega mappan með öllum upplýsingum frá úkraínska heimilinu.
Þú ert að verða mamma. Það var allt eitthvað flókið núna. Nú ert þú mamman og þú lætur ekkert stoppa þig.
Skemmdarverk og umhverfi okkar sem valda hlýnun andrúmslofts og súrnun sjávar í raun glæpur gegn mannkyninu og öllu lífi á jörðinni.
Fjallkonan.
Þannig það er lítil stúlka í Úkraínu.
Og þetta þýðir ekki bara það að samningaviðræður við Kínverjana eru aftur komnar á fullt, heldur einnig stefnt á stækkun á Ríu Tinto í Straumsvík.
97 cm og 22 kg.